and today we are here with Mr. Nicholas Thor, and we have made a little questionnaire that is about corruption between young citizens and senior citizens in Malaysia.
Alright.
So before we start, can you introduce yourself to us?
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Nicholas Tong. I'm currently one of the councillors from the Miri City Council. I'm 37 years old. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Nicholas. I'm Shatan,
Michelle.
and I'm now
Right.
17 years old, and here is my friends.
I am Valerie, I'm 17, and me and my friends start the questions.
Okay, Mr. Nicholas, what do you think is the biggest reason that the corruption happens?
What is the biggest reason? The big. First of all, I think we need to understand what is the corruption meaning.
Yeah.
The corruption meaning is they give some advantages for the people that, let's say, a politician. So go back to your question. You said how it happened, right? Is it? So it happened when they have the power. They use their power to get some token, to credit them people. Where the corruption is occur, not in just like that, to give some token from what they have.
I see. Why do you? I think that I see that you say that the abuse power in the politician is the main reason of corruption.
Not just politician. In private sector, like banker, I think the last few years back, the world economic crisis, that also due to the corruption. Because the banker, they have the power. They do something that very crazy, then it bring an impact to the society. Some of them lost a job, some of them lost their money. I think there's people that have power, they must know how to use it, not just do the bad thing.
So that the people that have more high power, so that they corrupt more. That's
They won't. they can solve it through education. So from the young like you have to get a good education. So after that while, then you have a power, then you won't do that.
So based on the title of our questionnaire, in your opinion, which age group has a higher rate of corruption?
Age group for sure. Your age like this, there's definitely less of corruption.
Yes.
Sometimes there is. If because singer of a piece of, can you give me a pen? Then I give you something. Then I give you my homework to see. This is also a corruption. So back to the question. Depending on the age, I think the most likely the age will be the oldest. They have the most corruption. That will gradually increase the corruption rate. 17 is only here, 27 only there, then 37 is there. I think maybe I have the corrupted, sorry. No, just a joke. Yeah.
Why do you think so in that age group? Like you said, 17, then 27, then 37.
Because they are on different stage already. Every 10 years they grow on a different stage, different level. They have different resources. They have more. Maybe they have a project. They are a project manager, something like that. They want to get more project. Then in your age, you don't have any project. You don't have any project. Yeah. So I think because of their job title and their level of difference.
Okay.
Yeah. But I want to enhance one. In Malaysia, we have Malay, Chinese, and non-Chinese, something like that. The age, but some statistics I read, they said that the Chinese is the most corrupt people. But the thesis I read, there has some calculation. There's a word called coefficient. The word coefficient, there is different back. The statistic go back because population in Malaysia, for sure Malay is about 60+%,
Yes.
Chinese 20+. So get back to the the topic. Oh, they said the Chinese is the most corrupted people. Actually, it's not. It depends on the population of the country. Still depend on the population of the country. Yeah. So they're sure we are only 20 people. They have 80 people.
Agree.
Yeah. Thanks. What else?
Okay. Mr. Nicholas,
Yeah.
why do you think that the people around your age are involved in corruption?
People around me my age in corruption because I think they won't let you know they are corrupted.
Yeah.
There is silence in the silence mode. There is a silence mode. Then because the corruption, the data that we saw nowadays, they be got based on the how to call the MCA, is it Malaysia Anti-Corruption Agency? MNCC, yes, correct. Thanks. Based on the statistic they have, most of the time placed in the silent mode. If you don't get in the court, you won't know. Yeah.
So I would like to give you a scenario now, and I would like your point of view on this. So, for example, your child is at the age of a young adult like us, and you have recently found out that your child hasn't been performing well in their job and has been bribing other workers to do their work for them. So, what are your steps? What are your ways to prevent that?
They are bribing the worker.
Like other workers to do the work for them.
Okay. First, you have to let my child know what is our company policy, what is our company vision, mission, and goal. Towards what goal, what vision we have to achieve, and understand the rules and regulation of company. They do the wrong, he or she do the wrong thing, also need to get the same punishment. Do the right thing, also get the rewards, same rewards from the company, not from me. Yeah.
So your point of view is way different from the respondents.
Okay.
Actually, that is new for us.
So I mean, we have to, we must judge it like the judgment is. We cannot cite my son because he is my son. If not, I have hundred of people follow me. Then the hundred of people they will see, oh, this boss cannot follow. I don't want to follow this boss. Or I go to others company. Oh, also cannot. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
These are leaders should what the leader should do. I think. Yeah.
Valerie, you shared that it's different from what your respondents said.
Yes.
Can you please share with us what your respondents?
Oh, okay. So, one of the answers that our respondents gave us is religious teaching.
Religious teaching.
Yeah. And there are others which show instead of talking about company policy, they think they should privately talk to the child about what is right, what is wrong. Like talk it out, nothing like this. And uh another person think that it's best to educate them about corruption impact on the economy, on the world. So
Yeah,
forth. Yeah.
I think so. That's why in the first I said the only the this is the only true not only way. Education is the way to fix the corruption.
Do you only think education is really the only way to overcome corruption?
To overcome the corruption, no, there is several way. First, the most important is for sure is the education. The second way, for my perception, I will see the experience in the society. the experience and more exposure on your point of view. We go uh, make the policy clear, just like our neighbor Singapore. Okay,
Yeah.
their policy is very clear. They go tender, all clear. Then they have the rules. You can very easy to make a report. You just report to your superior. Then the superior will take action on this. Not not so hard to make a report like us. Really. Not so hard. They are very easy. Make the way easy to report people corrupt, police corrupt, this corrupt, my superior, my teacher, or you can just above your level you can make a complaint.
Okay.
This is a policy that we need to overcome. Yeah. I very good question, huh?
Okay.
Very sharp.
Okay,
Yes.
so in any of your working days, have you experienced any corruption?
In my working days, yeah, there's I think since I'm your age, I think I have a
Oh,
just like can you just as an example, can you give me your homework? I just have a look. Then I give you some food. This is a kind of corruption, I think. This kind of
Okay.
corruption.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you say you have experience in your working days, currently in your working days.
Oh, now in in my current working age,
Yeah.
I will talk to myself. We try to not do that. Now like the police command. Before that, my etiquette level is not good, not so good. I didn't wear the safety belt. Then the police come to me. At the first stop, I give you some words, then you let me go. But now I just pull my safety belt all the while when I get in my car. I try to not let this kind of scenario doesn't happen at all. Yeah.
Trying to show a good
This is
example.
solve the corruption problem.
Yes, yes,
They
yes,
don't
yes.
have the reason to get from you. Yeah.
Yes.
This is through our
It's not-
characteristic of our human being thought to be
Yeah.
a good. That's why. Yeah.
So small steps can change the
Yeah,
world.
can change, yeah.
Yes. So, in which sector in Malaysia, in which sector has the most corruption?
Oh, I don't have this statistic. I'm sorry, I really don't have this statistic. But just like I mentioned, I read before they said the title is Chinese is the most corrupt people. But after this, I say the keyword coefficient. There's a study, get the population, just like population of Malaysia. There's a ranking. Sector I don't have,
I don't have.
but I believe public sector, not private sector, public sector
Public
will
sector.
get more, evenly, I think.
Oh, because from what our respondent says, that most of them agree that politics has
Public
the
sector,
most, has the
yeah,
most corruption.
because of legit, very famous,
Yes, it's also because of the big case that we have heard. So, is it better to give advice to the younger generation or to the older generation?
advice
Yes.
on this corruption.
Yes, how to prevent corruption, why you shouldn't do it, so on and so forth.
Corruption bring a lot of impact to society. First, you see, if like European country, they gave a lot of in the people you can hear. The people in the European some country, they don't even to pay some medical fees. They have allowance for their living costs when they are old. I think I'm thinking that this kind of policy is not good at all actually.
Why? How?
Because they also type of corruption.
Of course, I-
They give them, then they what else? This one of corruption, their country is good, they bought them. This one kind of corruption. In corruption, this is very deep. You can think until very deep.
Okay.
Government help you. Then when you come to voter action, you think, hey, government help me this. This one of corruption. But my point of view is, this is what government should do. Then the government, the people judge. Is it the government do the right thing? So it is interrelated.
I see.
The corruption for your view maybe is just I give you money, then you give me some token, something like that.
It's pretty shallow.
Very direct one.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. It can be a lot of way. But it comes from the environmental, it also can impact the environmental. If corruption level is very high, you cannot do everything that do the low carbon framework city with so-called sustainable development goal nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay, you wish to do that, but your corruption rate is very high. You don't have this kind of money to do that. So there is a lot of pros and cons. There's you need to higher level. You go to drug thesis to when you are university level. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for that good and clear explanation actually. So in your opinion, do the older generation affect the younger generation's mindset on corruption?
For sure, based on generation to generation, they bring their perception down, pass to generation to generation. I even read an article in China. China also they say corruption is very good, very high level. Some ambition of the student, I want to be a Tan Guan. This true, That's true. Tan Guan, in the politics they want to be this kind of thing, but that one is very very bad. So we must
How
give
is
a
it
hope
bad?
for if everything think like that, want to be a Tan Guan, then who do the good job?
Follow
Who
the
do the
wrong
good job?
footsteps.
There's no good job people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know that Malaysia's CPI is very low, right?
CPI. What is
Yeah, and CPI is the corruption index.
among the world?
Corruption perception index.
Oh, corruption perception index.
Among the world, I think our ranking is maybe half or something like that. I don't see. I can't remember the ranking.
Our rating is pretty low because our CPI is 48 over 180. So
So
they
half of
said
it.
the lower it is, the higher the corruption rate. So if you think like that, what are your ways to prevent corruption in the country?
Um, the way to prevent I thought about one fact lah. The criminal rate. Some country they're going the criminal rate is very high, even though their punishment is very high. Some country the jail time and the punishment is very low, but their criminal rate is very low. They're different.
Yeah.
I think corruption sounds like that. Sounds like that. The most punished you are, the more corrupted you are. In China, the corruption is go headshot. Go headshot.
So it's a death penalty.
Yeah. But there is also so many Tangguan in China. So this need to solve it in humanity work, community work. I think. Yeah.
Because based on the questionnaire, our respondents say that still education and religion plays an important roles in ways to prevent corruption. one of them said that is determine the root cause. Money is just a tip of the iceberg. The deeper reasons why of those problems can be fixed. So does corruption.
Mm-hmm.
And others are really straightforward. Some of them say like reinforce the law or like have campaigns about the negative impact of corruption for the younger generation.
And the last question, right? This one, right? After this
Oh.
question, you can wrap up, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, as
Okay, sure.
Mr. Just say that the community or the community,
Yeah.
uh, is the way to solve the problem of the corruption. So can you give us some example that you have some?
Mm. Yeah, community, that's how I say the policy that is very good that impact the community, education and the policy, the tendering system very clear, all open, and the financial bank negara stack also very clear, all open. This one that impact our community, our medical system, all very clear. Huh? Even medical system also got corruption, the medical system.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
In America they have. In Malaysia we don't have. Because of just one ringgit.
Yes.
So that's all for today.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
Mr.
you.
Nicholas. Thank,
Thank
you for your
you.
opinion.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very
Thank you for
much.
the share already.
Also have a small gift.
Before you go, we also have a small
Oh,
gift for you.
Okay.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Okay.
Done 啊？哇，还有 fruits 啊？Why you choose corruption 啊？Good 啊。
Okay, question.
No, yeah.
Okay, you should try. Question, see if Dini can hear you.
Hi Billy, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi man.
Yeah, hello. Good to see you. Okay, so
Yeah.
Mr. Billy.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah, my name is Kai Chen, and I'm
Kai-
currently 16 years old. I study in Lutong Secondary School.
Oh, okay, nice.
I am Samantha. I am 13 years old. I study in SMK Chonghua.
Yeah, all right. So tonight we're going to discuss about topic related to corruption. So for information, we had done a survey, which is about China and USA. We take these two countries as comparison to compare their corruption rate. Yeah. So before we start, do you mind us to do some quick fire question with you? Like you need to answer within 3 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, right.
Why is Sebastian laughing?
KFC or McDonald's?
She asked you.
McDonald's.
Yeah. McDonald. All right. How about sea or mountain?
C.
Shopping or watching movies?
Watching movies.
Bolognese or carbonara?
None. I don't eat those.
Oh, really? Then what Western food do you eat?
Sorry.
What type of Western food do you eat?
Fish and chips.
Okay. Do you mind to introduce yourself?
I'm Billy. I'm a postman.
What? Sorry?
I'm Billy. I'm a postman.
Postman?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, generally, I'm in the logistics industry.
Okay. So you currently work in Miri?
Yeah, I work all over Sarawak.
Okay. So you are currently in Miri now?
Yes, I'm in Miri today.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Do you think corruption is a serious matter?
Yes and no. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, yes, in a sense, if it's in the open. If it's not found out, then it's hidden, isn't it? And then if it's found out, and then it affects the economy, and then money flows into corrupted individual account and things like that on a national level, for example, the ex-president and things like that. And the perception of the country becomes bad, and then actually, on a more institutional level, you guys can hear me or not?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So in a more institutional level, if you talk about government corruption, let's talk about if government officers ask for money, that, to get the job done. It becomes a dysfunctional system where becomes a problem for everyday people like you and me. We want to see, bagi duit to register business, bagi duit, mau pergi ni bagi duit. So it becomes a problem for us,
Yeah,
And
that's true.
and then on a national level, corruption happens, and perception of the country becomes bad, and also if it's very widespread, it becomes cost of doing business, cost of running a lot of things, because they give me money, business registration, that the businessmen have to pass cost somewhere, the accounting, right? Cost of goods increase. So cost of goods increase, who does it affect? It affects everyday people like you and me. Yeah. So if you're talking about like oh shit, I can I settle I think that is I think on that level it is still very very okay, in a sense where it doesn't affect the whole population in a sense like this. One is asking for money for something in return. Then one is asking for money for you broke the law, to pay a summon. But if I look at it from a perspective of a monetary perspective, if I get summon, I pay 300, I pay 10 ringgit. Better lah, pay 10 ringgit. So basically one is widespread corruption creates problem lah. Then, for example, I'm not encouraging you to give police officers and things like that lah. But I'm saying that on a more this kind of level, it's like okay lah, never mind lah, kawan, makan lah, belanja, you minum, sense like this lah. The way I say is but then again, it's bad lah. So, and then, but if you look at it from another perspective, is you don't penalize the drivers for bad habits, and then the drivers get away with all these small mistakes like not wearing seatbelt and things like that, right? So, at the end of the day, if the driver is the one that got involved in the accident, he mati lah kan, he tidak pakai seatbelt, and then so does it affect anyone? Most probably affect that individual himself lah, right? if you don't wear your seatbelt. So if he gets into an accident, he bump his head on the wall, on the car, on the steering, or whatever it is, like that, So yeah, that's that. But if you langgar traffic light, yeah, and then you try to get away with it, I think that's a no lah. Because when you langgar traffic light, you're gonna affect another person on another lane, and then they're gonna get hit lah. So they're gonna knock someone over lah. As long as I think if it affects the general public, then it's a very bad thing lah. Yeah.
So, based on your point of view, we can tell that corruption legit happen in our daily life, so we can count that as right?
Yeah, I cannot quite hear you, but okay.
Okay.
Do you think Malaysia is infamous for corruption cases?
Of course. Yeah, there's so many movies about it. Yeah, your corruption perception index is very high. Yeah, but anyway, generally, in Southeast Asia, besides Singapore, I think corruption is pretty high lah. And then in a third world country, especially, it's a pretty prevalent problem lah. Yeah, meaning it's it's an issue lah.
Yeah. Did someone try to corrupt you before, or can you maybe describe the situation at the moment without mentioning the name?
Yeah, I mean, if someone can corrupt me, I'm not supposed to say, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So the previous guests, they say they give you money, I give you food just to finish the homework. I don't think that's corruption. I think that's a business transaction. You're giving me food. You're giving me something to complete something for you. I think it's a fair trade lah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you are asking me to do something that I am supposed to do, sorry. If I'm supposed to do something for you that I'm supposed to do, then if I don't do it and then I ask you for something, then that's corruption lah, in my opinion lah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if hey, you want a service from me, then you pay me for my work, then it's fine lah, because it is not my duty to help you. You know what I mean? You're paying me extra, for example, you're giving me food.
Yeah.
Hey, can you help me finish page 1 of my homework? Yeah, fine. You know. To me, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got your point there.
Yeah.
I think anything within the law that is right in the law, that's not corruption. Yeah.
No, it's no. I mean, things like giving nothing to do with like in the law lah. I mean, laws are created by human beings, by that. So I mean, if you have a duty to do and then you neglect your duty unless someone pays you. Besides your employer or something, then that's corruption lah, kan? So if you do something that like out of extra, then like just now the breakfast example, I don't think it's corruption. It's just it's a business transaction. Yeah.
So when you are presented with the offer, do you feel tempted to accept it?
What offer? Give me food for breakfast? Oh, you give me breakfast,
like,
of course.
Like, for example, corrupting, like bribe you. Someone
For
try
what?
to bribe you.
I'm a postman. They give me money to send their parcel early, is it? Nah, I won't do it. If I'm in Taman Tunku right now, and then you're in Lutong, and then you say I need the parcel right now, I pay you 10 ringgit extra right now. I'm sorry, I cannot do it, because if I go to Lutong, I have to come back to Taman Tunku and do it again and send the parcels in Taman Tunku. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our survey is based on China and USA, right? So we all know that China is a democratic country. No, China is a communism country, and US is a democratic country. Okay, so
In your opinion, democratic or communism country have more corruption?
I think it's the same lah. I mean, it's nothing to do with the system. It's more to do with the individual lah. Yeah. And also your like you say lah, like if there's rules, and things like that. Having rules is one thing lah. Enforcing is another thing. So you can have rules like you're gonna take 1 ringgit and you're gonna ditembak mati, And then at the end of the day, if nobody implements it, it's just a rule, right? It's just a law on paper, things like that. Did you know that you can get summoned if you sit in the back seat of a car and then you don't wear seatbelt? Do you know that?
Yes, I
You
heard
know
of
that,
that
right?
before.
So because you're a minor, meaning you and Samantha is minor, then your father who is driving, your father pay. So yeah. So and all these things like that. Is it preventing people? Is it making people wear the seatbelt? Is the police enforcing it? Nobody, no, I don't think it's being enforced, lah, kan? Yeah. So they are. Then things like this. Technically the police can catch you and then give you a summon for it, and then give your father a summon for it. Don't do it, lah, because yeah lah. So are they corrupted? They are not doing their duty. Or are they like, never mind, this is not a very major offense, okay lah, they want to die, let them die lah, I'm not saying for you to die lah. I'm saying like, example, the police don't care lah, It's like, there are other bigger matters to worry about lah, like catching thieves lah, burglary lah, murderers lah, and things like that. So I think at the end of the day, so in all this sense, it's about priorities also. Yeah.
By anywhere that do you think corruption can be prevent or the rate of corruption can be decreased?
Of course, there definitely, yeah. We are living in the, I don't know, is this the 21st or 22nd century right now? So, so basically everything is online now, and I think things should be done online, everything is through a system, there's transparency and everything, that then your risk of corruption is very low. There could still be corruption. There are many ways lah. And then if things are more transparent, things are more open, information is more widely available, then I don't think corruption cannot happen. I think that can be reduced lah. Yeah. For example, if a government announce project, so ask those contractors to come and apply for this contract. They want to win this contract and things like that, right? So last time it's all paper based, right? So I think now it's quite paper based. If you imagine if everything is put online, then people can apply there. Then everything is transparent. Like for example, you put okay, I'll finish this project for 100 ringgit. And the next person comes in, oh no, I can do it for 98. So I put it there. There's a competition.
Yeah.
Transparent people are more that one. But then again, they still can be corrupted, isn't it? They just announce the thing a day before, then they post the thing like on the day 1 hour before the end date. And that's all can be done, right? So he can tell his friends, hey, tonight, you log in, you apply. This kind of things still happen. So there must be some sort of more transparency. They have rules like, you must post all these things like a month before, things like that. Yeah, it happens, Yeah. Is this too deep? Is this too deep for you, guys? Or are you just asking me questions and expecting answers? Yeah, you can have a chat. Yeah.
Do you personally have any solution for corruption?
Yeah, like I say, transparency. Yeah, and then do you know about political funding? You know what's political funding? Not sure.
Can you explain some?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so we have we are normal citizens, bagan. So and then we have ministers and things like that, correct? Right? So people always say that, ayo, you become government, become minister, damn good, a lot of control, right? A lot of money, a lot of projects and things like that, right? And then that encourages people to be corrupt, that's one way of seeing it. Unless the government comes up with law, like I said, mentioned, start everything online, then your risk of corruption is lower. I'm not saying no, it's gonna be lower, And then when there's like a lot of money there, everybody wants to be, I want to be minister, yeah. I'll get this project, I'll give to my father, give my mother, and then everyone can get the right. And then after that, if all these things can be more transparent, then the risk will reduce, and then people will be like, I don't be politician anymore. No money, want to song up money also no kang tao, So then again, then the incentive reduce, they don't want to be politician anymore unless they betul-betul want to berkhidmat untuk rakyat lah, want to help the rakyat lah kan. Yeah, unless you have people like this lah kan. People like me are like, yeah, siao bo tan lu yemi yaki jo, like, don't make money, what for? I want to be government, like, want to do all these stupid things lah. Just vote and make money can already lah, right? So and then there's a lot of money involved. So you have political parties who wants to be like ministers lah, what do you call it lah, ministers lah, government officials lah, and all these things. So they join political parties lah. I'm not saying every politician is corrupt lah. I'm saying generally that's the idea, that's the perception the public have lah. Then they want to be political party, they join politics, they want to go into election. They need money, right? Because you need to print all the t-shirt, you need to hang all the banners, you have to go kampong and give people all the money and ask them to vote for you, right? Right. So then they need money, so they will go for political funding. Okay, political funding meaning like people like company ABC, company DEF. Okay, I give you the money. Once you become minister, you give me this project. You know what I mean? So so that's how corruption happens lah. And then at the end of the day, you see all the same names doing all the projects, and then and then they need to be about political funding. I don't know if there's any laws right now on political funding. I think there's a political party trying to come out with a law. I think Sebastian can answer that. Sebastian guy muda, right? Sebastian is there or not? Yeah.
No, Sebastian is not here.
I think that political party is trying to enact a law on political funding, And then, basically, political party needs money to run, but who's going to give them the money, right? You takkan lah to use your father, mother money, right? How much? Very expensive one. It's not just buying an entry into the election. So, all these things. So they need all this money. So when all this money comes in, and then, they print baju, like, maybe t-shirt, we print one t-shirt, maybe 20, 30 ringgit lah. And then maybe the political party print this party, and then corruption again, 100 ringgit, one t-shirt. All these are corruption, and the doing the job will go and do corruption. And when they become minister, they will go to the company, hey, you want this project? Give me 1 million. So now these kind of things happen lah. So if things are more transparent and then less likelihood of corruption, I would say.
Since you talk about the transparent, can you suggest the way that we can increase the transparency in Malaysia?
Yeah, everything has to be online.
Online.
Renew passport online, apply business license online, government tender online, everything, all the rates and everything stated over there online. Yeah, everything stated online. Then public can see. Yeah, then less likely. Because right now there's things such as like there's acts like they say official secrets acts lah, this lah, that lah, or this one cannot know lah, don't know where the money go lah. I just challenge you lah. You just go online and then you see there's this let me see what's the name of that thing lah. Give me a while lah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I forgot the name already. Let me see. Yeah, on my TV, so go to the back and see a bit. Yeah, crap, I don't have it here. Yeah, I was in the Sarawak Ministry of Youth and something. They have a fund. They give to young people to, young people to start their project, start their company, things like that. But does it say where the money goes to? It's not stated there. Where does the money go to? Who knows? Do you know? I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't think anybody knows, right? So if everything is online, I give to Mr. Ali, I give to Samantha, I give to SNK Lutonga, then okay. The SNK, the Samantha who took the money, Samantha have to write a report. Okay, I use this, I buy a camera, okay, I recorded 10 videos, this is my input, yeah. But then again, do you think they want to do that? They just want to give the money away, yeah. And then whether they give it away to the correct people or not is another thing, right? Yeah.
So we have a question here by Sebastian Lin. Should we stop giving gift to government official? What do you think, Billy?
I think on a working level lah. I mean, for example, you don't give gifts lah. I mean, if you give gifts, when you say gifts, I'm talking about are you talking about small things like kuih 3 1 ringgit ka, Or are you talking about like things like an iPhone? There are acts that covered giving gifts to the government, and also in private companies lah. You're not supposed to give lah. So some companies have policy that okay, you can go and have lunch together, and makan a meal. That wouldn't be considered as corruption lah. Yeah. There's a line to see what is corruption and what is not lah. So I mean, I'm a friend with you, and then you are a government officer. So I cannot, and then we just happen to work in the same industry, and then we cannot go have lunch. I cannot belanja you lunch. It doesn't make sense, right? Yeah. And then I'm not saying that there are limits lah, but then again, if the government officer is asking for something in return, something of high value, then it's corruption lah. Yeah. Even a favor, it doesn't have to be a gift. It could be like, hey, you are the principal of like SMK Chonghua. Let's say SMK Chonghua very good, everybody wants to go there, right? The government officer next year, the son from one, and then he go to the principal and say, oh, your school very good. I want my son to go into your school. Make sure my son goes into your school. Then that one is also corruption. Giving Chandra Hati for VIPs for events. Oh, I think that's corruption. Lah. I think that's a waste of time and waste of money lah. Give them better pay for what? They're gonna put in office and what? Can use me? Can eat me? Cannot what? Waste money only. You're only giving those people in those gift shops. They make big glass metal trophy whatever lah. Just giving them money only lah. It's not gonna do any good lah. Not like the VIPs remember you lah. That's my opinion lah. Many people have other opinions.
Based on our survey, most of the people think that education is the most effective way to prevent corruption. What do you think?
It's bullcrap lah. I mean, at the end of the day, for example, Malaysia maybe is not a very good example lah. If you go to poorer countries lah, and then everybody is trying to make money. Company A, and then company A needs to feed. Company A has the staff, so they need to feed the staff, pay them the salary, right? So at the end of the day, they need projects to run. At the end of the day, there are so many competitors. And what do you do? And then some of them go to corruption, right? To give the people, and then like, hey, give me the project. I need to feed this. I need to feed the workers. I need money. And then at the end of the day, survival lah. I mean, and things like that. If you look at it this way, yeah, and then at the end of the day, if the resources not enough, there's not going around, there's not enough food going around, people will be. So I think another way of seeing it is like everybody have enough to eat. Everybody have there's a universal basic income. So meaning that everybody, you won't see any people on the streets. Everybody have a house. Everybody have food. And then I think quite a number of people will be very pleasant with what they have. About lah, I would say everyone. So they'll be like, oh okay, aku makan. Tidak payah buat korupsi. And then like you're talking about like for example, let's say give you an example of police officer getting for money for you very simple. Maybe gaji not enough. The anak, yeah. So things like family planning, like they don't plan kids like money, right? Things like this need to, like you say, like education lah. At the same time is like, hey, salary is too low. But I mean, I'm giving you an example of 10 kids, which is very, very not normal lah, right? Yeah. So some people have 2 kids, so like money also not money enough. I think there's gonna be less corruption as well lah. And then I mean, if you look at it, there's 2 types of corruption lah. One is like people being corrupt for basic needs lah. I need to feed my family. Then also there's also corruption for luxury. You see like ex-prime minister and his wife, the former first lady. They have so many handbags, right? You see so much cash, right? The house, right? When they kena tangkap, right? You read the newspaper, right? You saw all these things, right? But do you actually need all these things to live? Can you survive? Can this thing make your stomach full? No, right? So there'll be individual who will be corrupted for this kind of things lah. It's their wants instead of needs lah. Yeah, whether you're corrupted for needs or you're corrupted for wants, So that's that lah. Yeah.
So, after all, do you think that rich or poor is much more related to corruption? The rich or the poor?
The rich or the poor are more related to corruption. I think it's more down to like I say, like like there's also different kind of corruption, like basic needs and luxury just now. Some people maybe they corrupted, they need basic needs, Some people maybe corrupted because they want to buy a Lamborghini or Ferrari, and things like that. It's a different lah. So I think it exists in both realms. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I understand you said is about just now you said about the transparency.
Yeah.
And then how if looking back to China and USA,
Mm-mm.
do you think the transparency in that two countries is better in Malaysia? Is better than Malaysia?
I don't think so. I think it's shit also lah, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry, use the S word. Sorry, Neil. I forgot I belong to kids. Yeah, and then I mean like the previous guest who shared with you. I think there's a end of life policy if you are a corrupt personnel lah. Meaning if you take money then you become corrupt and then you die lah, right? They shoot you, right? Yeah, I think that kind of thing helps lah. But then again, it really depends on enforcement lah, right? So if there's no enforcement, at the end of the day, also the same, right? I mean that's that lah. Yeah, nobody's gonna enforce it. It's wherever it is, it's always the same lah. Yeah, I give you an example lah of Singapore lah. Huh? So like I tell you just now, right? All the government officials, like, hey, you give me money, I want to run my political campaign, I become minister, I do the project, and then later we share the profit, and things like that, and blah and blah and blah. So I mean, in Singapore, I think it's less corrupt, but I'm not saying it's not corrupt lah. So I mean, it's less corrupt because I think there needs to be law about political funding. Meaning that you give money to this political party, then this political party go and champion, for example, recycling. Then they can use the money and some recycling first. Then money flows directly back to the people. Then quality of life improve lah. Meaning we get more goods recycled, and all these things. Yeah. I don't know. Something wrong with your mic. I cannot hear anything.
You mean your mic or ours?
I think it's mine.
Yeah. I think his network is not stable. Shall we wait him to reconnect?
Oh, he got disconnected. He ran out of battery.
Oh. So shall we back up?
Maybe yeah, we can. We can wrap up. I think. Let's just take the out. Okay, here.
Could our teens interviewer give us a summary of new insight and issue they learned from Mr. Billy today? Okay, from what he said, the part that I remember the most is about the transparency. It can help in the corruption by the transparency of the country and from the whole system. And from his point of view, he think that corruption can't say is a really serious matter, but it do happen in our daily life. So if you ask me, then I think it is counted as a serious matter. As for the rich or poor is more related to corruption, I definitely agree with Mr. Billy that he said that both groups of people are related. It depends on the event or the problem that they are facing and what they want. How about you, Samantha?
Same.
Okay.
What? Same? What sort of summary is that? Same.
Sorry.
So that's all? Samantha?
I also remember the most is about the transparency.
Yeah, because Mr. Billy had keep on repeating that.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. That's okay. You can say your goodbyes.
Okay, I think-
Can you please remind everyone to join us on Thursday. We also have live streams on Thursday.
Okay, so for your information that we have another group of teens having live stream on Thursday, which is also about corruption. So please stay tuned for more live stream. Thank you guys. Have a pleasant evening.